barrelling down the Mulsanne Strait at Le Mans at over 200 miles an hour, headlights are pretty important. But at least you're familiar with the road, and there's nobody coming the other way, so you don't have to dip your headlamps to stop them being dazzled. On ordinary roads, however, at ordinary speeds, a sharp cut-off to that dipped headlamp beam is important in order not to dazzle people coming the other way. At the same time, it's important to have a wide spread of light in order to illuminate those danger zones like side roads and pavements where cyclists and pedestrians can lurk. Now, Hella have just introduced a new headlamp which is supposed to show a big advantage in these areas. Although at the moment, it's only fitted as an option on BMW 750s in Germany. At present, all headlight bulbs work on the same principle as they have done for the last 80 years, the same as an ordinary bulb. Current running through the tungsten filament makes it glow white hot and thus giving off the light. In the new scheme of things, the bulb works more on the principle of a fluorescent tube or street lamp. Now, gas in this tiny little bubble is energised by current running through it. This gives off a very high intensity light. This car has both systems fitted. The main beam remains as before because the big advantage with this new bulb is on the dipped headlamp. Here we have the conventional tungsten filament, and here the new gas discharge bulb. Let's see what effect that has from the driver's seat. We placed a cyclist about 40 yards ahead of the car and about 6 yards off to one side. Under the new headlights, she was clearly visible. Switch to the conventional dipped beam and she disappears. In fact, she had to roll forward to almost in front of the car before she was illuminated as clearly as under the new bulbs. On the road, the same effect is quite apparent. Passing pedestrians by the side of the carriageway, the gas discharge lamps at the bottom show more detail of their clothing and, more importantly, their intended movements. Much the same occurs when passing cyclists. They're well illuminated by their own lights and reflectors, but the new car headlights give the driver a better view of their steadiness. The new headlamps still need approval from Brussels before they can be fitted in the rest of Europe. But once that approval's been obtained, they're likely to be as big a breakthrough as the introduction of halogen to tungsten bulbs some 25 years ago. Perhaps with this improvement in headlamps, there won't be quite so much need for street lamps, especially on motorways and trunk roads. At the moment, it's government policy to light all motorways eventually, but then there are the problems of energy cost and light pollution, both for people living nearby and for astronomers who find the orange glow of the sodium light obscures the stars. There's now a partial solution to these problems with a new design of street light. These high-pressure sodium lights still have a slightly orange glow, but give off a very different quality of light. The point is, do they also give a better light for driving in, for spotting pedestrians or stray dogs? We have heard stories that people don't show up that well under conventional sodium lighting. We'd be pleased to hear what you think. Are these new lamps any better for drivers, pedestrians and the nearby residents? The transition is subtle when viewed through the television camera, so it's worth watching a second time. The new light appears much less harsh, while still offering a clear view of the carriageway and pavement. If you'd like to tell us your opinion, write to Top Gear, BBC Pebble Mill, Birmingham B5 7QQ. Mark your envelope Street Lighting, and we'll take a closer look at the whole subject in the autumn.